Hi all, it's Vanessa Love and this is my channel about the mental health field and related topics. I am sick. I am sniffling. It is 7 degrees outside and I have time. So I'm going to quickly do a couple of videos and hopefully you'll enjoy them. And if I'm sniffling too much, I'll probably just stop the video because I don't want you to have to hear, the all of that. I don't want you to have to hear all of that. Okay. So, not something I want to do. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about women's bodies today because I have kind of told some people about some things that women go through, and it's very hard sometimes to kind of just be like, well, your body's gonna change as you get older, and then not understand what that means. But I was thinking about it and about how these actresses from the 90s, from even before then, we just kind of expected that they would just keep the same body and look. Carrie Fisher, Christy Alley, Pamela Lee Anderson. Like, we just expected that they would just look the same all the time. And they don't. They don't. Yeah, and I mean, right now, Pamela Lee Anderson with how she's like, I don't wear makeup. And it's like, yes, please continue to do that. That is amazing. Thank you. There's other things, though, that I think that people, as they grow older, should know about women's bodies as they grow older. And, it's kind of interesting because it's this whole thing where it's like, no, but you should look the same. And it's like, well, but no, people don't look the same. You meet someone, and, maybe this is something that happens to people who date, 20-year-olds, that, they expect that the 20-year-olds will look the same, even if even if that person births a child, even if they have children together. And then it's like, but why didn't it look, why didn't your body end up looking the same? And it's like, because it didn't. And I know a lot of people end up looking very different after pregnancy. And one of the things that my friends didn't know was that when a woman is pregnant, she can stretch the muscles in her stomach too much and end up always having either fat, looking pregnant, or just kind of a fat pocket in there, having a pouch, I guess, having a stomach, the way that people do. Unless she gets approved for plastic surgery, basically, to tighten all that up, basically make it back to where the muscles could possibly be together. But you can't really, if you get pregnant after that, then the possibility is always there that it's going to stretch too much again. So it's usually recommended after someone has decided to not have kids anymore. So there's things like that. Pregnancy hormones can change people. And I remember this one woman, her hair changed. Her hair changed. People's eyes change. Whereas maybe before children they didn't need glasses, then after children they needed glasses. And then just a bunch of other things where the body just changes. And then I know I don't know how many people hear, oh, well, when you reach your 30s, your stomach just, you just start, things just change. Yes, but also some people don't know how to eat right. Some people don't get any exercise in their day. So when usually when you were younger, would have that hour of PE, you don't have that anymore. And so your body is not fitting into that. You're not, racing your friends or, doing stuff that would include being very active unless you were seeking those things out. So your body's going to change. Your body's going to change. And then also just this whole idea of perimenopause, and menopause. And menopause is a time in a woman's life where she doesn't have a period for a year. And perimenopause is all of the symptoms that just include so much before menopause, including not sleeping at night, like sweating or hot flashes, the sweating, and like having periods that are closer together. That it usually doesn't feel good. Also, a lot of my friends are now experiencing that the stress level that they are used to just doesn't work for them anymore. And it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, you get to a certain age, and also 10 years before menopause, you can start having perimenopausal symptoms. Your hormones could start decreasing and may not be able to be seen, picked up on any of the, hormonal tests that they might give you. So, like, your hormones might appear normal or within normal range, but you probably are going through perimenopause. Especially if it's kind of like a sudden, I don't know how to deal with life thing. It unfortunately happens, and it can happen 10 years before. So, like if you're getting to 30 and you're a woman, you might start having those symptoms. So fun. And then with those symptoms can be weight gain, and the body will change again, and the body will change each time, like you lose weight and gain weight and lose weight and gain weight, and that's something that should be acceptable. But I know, like, Carrie Fisher was like, I don't know how anyone expected me to keep the body that I had back then and never change, and I mean, now she's passed, rest in peace. But, like, it is very much why did I have to continue to be a young man's fantasy even though I didn't want to continue to hold that role? And I respect that so much. So, women's bodies change. And if you are under the expectation that women's bodies aren't going to change, then you will be thoroughly surprised and probably only date 20-year-olds, because, like, that's, they'll kind of be around the same anyway, because they're not in that state of, like, good habits yet, or taking care of themselves, because they don't have to think about it, You get older and you do have to think about it. You do have to put a tremendous amount of time and energy at the beginning to make sure that you are doing well. And it just kind of a general thing, like, if you already know that your diet is not good, then start putting things into your diet that you know that you should be doing. Your leafy greens, more fruits. Include the leafy greens every day, every meal, as much as you can. Just start doing it. Just get into the habit. You will thank yourself later on, and, like, that can start at any point, even if you're, feel like, oh my gosh, I just ruined my whole body. Like, okay, we'll start today. Start today doing the things that you need to do in order to keep yourself right. The other thing is that I know BMI has this whole life to it that doesn't make any sense, and that most people are kind of trying to get away from. But I do have to tell you, as someone who has genetic problems, like genetically high cholesterol, there's nothing I can do other than maintain. The closer that I am to the ideal BMI for my body, the closer I am to not having high triglycerides, high cholesterol, and a bunch of other stuff that comes with having more weight. And I don't think I'm fat. I think I'm fairly skinny, and tiny in general. But I do know that going way above and, like, having more weight on my frame means that it will be more of an issue, for the things that I face. If you don't face those things, then maybe you don't worry about it. I'm just letting you know from a perspective of, I could look healthy and still have significant problems later on, and luckily I have a doctor who who can definitely be like, hey, you have good you have the high good cholesterol, So as long as you keep that up, you will be fine. I think he's very nervous sometimes. And the last doctor was trying to be like, no, but if this continues to be an issue, I'm like, well, this has been an issue since I was 22. So, like, yes, this will continue to be an issue. Um, and she just did not, like, she was, like, so willing to put me on medication. And I'm like, no, because I don't want to do that to myself. And also, please don't make me. I refuse. I'm not going to take that medication. If I am doing everything that I need to do and my cholesterol is still high, I have genetically high cholesterol. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. You know. But yeah, and like also having a doctor that's nicer to you, and you know this. Both doctors said that they were evidence based, which kind of upset me because I was like, but yeah, I might be going through something that's not that's not supposed to like be evidence based, you know, like and if it's the kind of similar for therapy, like your evidence based stuff is just so routine and like not in depth that it's not worth it, you know. Anyway, I think that's all that I really want to say. Like if you do have like a lifestyle that is not very active, you do have to search out those activities and just make sure that it's fun, like that you like doing it. Like if like I know that for a while, like just having a hula hoop in the house was like so important for me because like I liked that. It didn't feel like I was working out all the time, you know. Now I'm just like, nope, I got myself motivated and get myself up into the gym, except for right now. But like I get myself up into the gym, like I'm good. My gym buddies are probably like, where have you been? And I'll be like, sick. And they're like, yeah, no, that's a good idea. You gotta rest. Anyway, I will talk with you soon, and I hope you have a great day. All right. And thanks for liking and sharing and commenting and all of the things that you do, because like you guys are awesome. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.